Israel's supposed to be a safe haven for Jews, right? I'm Jewish. I had a black eye, still have bruises. Imagine what they're doing to others.
Noa sailed with 91 others on board the Conscience. The boat was bringing aid supplies to the people of Gaza amid Israel's genocide. The plan was simple: sail lawfully, document everything.
I joined the Freedom Flotilla Coalition because I saw it as a personal responsibility as an Arab Jew, a Yemeni Jew, and a renounced Israeli. After a century of colonization and 2 years of witnessing unimaginable horrors on our phones, people are still prioritizing non-Palestinian lives and giving all agency to Israel. The reason that we came was to help break the siege. It's absolutely enraging that every nation does nothing to bring Israel's war crimes to an end.
Israel intercepted their ship on October 8th, 2025 in international waters.
We went through intake at Ashdod, where they were extremely violent with us. Some people were held on their knees for hours with zip ties behind their back. And anytime we got up, they shove our heads down towards the ground. Everyone had to go through full body checks, like nude body checks. One woman that was on the Conscience with me confided in me, and with her permission of anonymizing the story, was actually penetrated during that full body check.
They were taken to Ketziot, an expansive prison notorious for torture. For Palestinians, this place isn't new. It appears often in reports of prolonged detention and abuse.
We were brought there between 2 to 6, I believe 6 people per cell, at least on the women's side, which is what I can say as an eyewitness. Filthy, thin mattresses, filthy blankets. We were given these black plastic bags, one that had an extra pair of underwear, toothbrush, and toothpaste, and one that had a sandwich with jelly in it. Some others, like myself, threw it to the side because we were refusing food and water from them at this point.
Then came the abuse and torture.
The men, they told us that they were awoken by threatening dogs and the soldiers holding guns. Firsthand, I can say that they woke up the women with threats of rape, right? Everything was like a psychological torture and elements of sexual assault. Prison guards, men and women, took me into a side room and just pummeled me, basically. I had been shackled on my hands and feet. I mean, so tight to the point that I still had blue and purple marks on my ankles and lack of sensation on my fingers. They hung me by both, kind of like a pig on a stick, sort of, if you can imagine that. And then brought me into the room and just went for it on my skull and my stomach and my ear. And then one of the women sat on my face, neck area so that I couldn't breathe. We were refused to see our lawyers. Immediately after that beating, I was saying, Achdin, which means lawyer, right? And I got threatened by the head guard immediately after that. And he picked up his walkie-talkie and he said, "Say it again," in Hebrew, threatening as if he was gonna strike me with it. I knew I could endure, that there was an expiration date. I knew we were getting out, have an American passport. I knew I could get through it. Palestinians have no such luxury.
What Noa describes, stress positions, suffocation, blows behind closed doors, mirrors patterns in detainee testimonies over the years.
There was overt racism in terms of how differently flotilla participants were treated. If you look at who was selected for abuse the most, you can look at Chris Smalls, you can look at me, although there's also elements of my being able to speak Hebrew and being a renounced Israeli citizen myself. So that also plays into it. I saw it myself. I saw their bloody bodies. Our Tunisian comrade, our Turkish comrade, who they just assumed was Arab, and those people got it the worst. I saw them immediately being selected and taken apart from the group.
A ceasefire deal went into effect on October 10th, 2025. After Israel released the last flotilla volunteers, as part of the deal, it began to release nearly 2,000 Palestinians and nearly 200 bodies.
The fact that we get released before they do is just the unjustness of a passport, of a nationality.
Released detainees recounted widespread abuse after October 7, 2023, including starvation, beatings, denial of medical treatment, and both physical and psychological torture.
We're seeing so much come out right now about like the sexual assault that's happening to Palestinian hostages. And, you know, it's even hard to utter, but like some soldiers using dogs. And when I compare the like social media traction on stuff that's high profile or stuff that happens to us, the difference is so stark. And it's extremely upsetting in terms of whose humanity is deemed valuable or paid attention to or sympathized with. You know, I know that torture goes on in the same place that I was.
Noa's testimony is just one account of a place where thousands pass unseen. Israel is still holding over 9,000 Palestinians in jails and prisons, including children. More than a third of those detained have never even been charged.
What happened to us in the light does not hold a candle to what happens every day and continues to happen to our Palestinian siblings in the dark. No comparison.